Bold Dreams, founded in 1938. From our roots at the Austin Baby Beef Show, 16 head of cattle on the old Capitol grounds, to one of the nation's top stock shows, and a world-class pro rodeo. Texas was, is, and forever will be cattle, cowboys, this Blue Ribbons. In Buck and Bronx. Big Dreams. In Rodeo, Austin.
You know, this is big dreams that have come true right here at Rodeo Austin. Good evening, everyone. As we wind it down, get close to the weekend, I trust that you're all in a good mood. How many guests do we have in the house? How many of you do not live in the state of Texas? Quite a few of you. How many of you do live in Texas? I bet you're here. Good for you. Well, I hope we didn't leave anyone out. How many of you are homeless? I'm only joking. You know, regardless of where you come from or where you will go to after this is over, thank you so much for being here. You know what? I dearly love this rodeo. And you're probably thinking, well, that's pretty easy for him to say. But let me tell you the reasons why that I can say that. We go to a lot of rodeos. We see this in all fashions and in all four corners of our country. But let me tell you something about this. Some of the reasons that I make that comment. First of all, we have grown to the number 5 rodeo in the nation. Out of 600 pro rodeos, this is number 5. Also, there you go. We continue to kind of critique the format so it's audience friendly and good for the contestants. So when we put all of that together, now this year we will pay $532,000. Growth that we've taken, and I have left the very best out. And you know what it is? The most important thing here is you. Thank you so much for being who you are, and the credit that you get in Austin, Texas, about being the musical capital of the world. You are the entertainment capital of the world in my eyes, and I thank you for the good feeling that you leave with every one of us every time we come here. But you know, in spite of all of that and the reputation that you've gained, we have some contestants that probably have never been here before, and they've only heard us brag about you when we go up and down the road. So why don't you take just a moment, show them some of that enthusiasm, let them know they're in the right place tonight, right here in Austin. Let's do it one time. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, before we begin this competition, and it's going to be great tonight, we would like to ask our Lord on our event, and we certainly invite you to join in our prayer. Allow me, if you don't mind, before we begin our prayer, recognize the fact that we all know that we're very, very fortunate to be Americans and to live in a land where we can all pray together. Now, there are not a lot of places in the world that have that privilege, and I just wanted to take a moment and recognize the dedication of our servicemen and women that have allowed us to do that. You know that? That is so important to us all. Our gracious and heavenly Father, as we come before you tonight, Lord, we want you to know that we're mindful and thoughtful of the guidance that you've given us. And Lord, we're here to thank you for your many, many gifts. Thank you for the blessing of life, the gift of our families, And may we ask your blessing on our contestants and the livestock, and certainly to all the folks that are gathered for this event. You know, there are so many things that we cherish about having you in our life. We thank you for the word, the scripture that has taught us so many things to help us make this road of life much brighter. But Lord, one thing that's on my mind tonight, I wanted to address that and thank you because it's a great promise. You have told us in your scripture that living our life as you would have us means everlasting life with you. What a beautiful gift. Thank you not only for the promise, but your presence is certainly felt with us all tonight. And we thank you for allowing us to pray in your name. Amen. Amen indeed, friends. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us. You know, just take a little time out and be grateful for what we have in this beautiful land. That being said, we would like to ask the lights to open on the enter gate to this rodeo arena and show you the symbol that brings all Americans together in a very serious common bond. That is the most beautiful and precious flag in the world today. And I see you standing. I see the men removing cover, showing this beautiful banner the respect that it deserves. And we honored our servicemen and women a few moments ago. We thank them again so much for what they've done. You know, folks, no one ever told us that we had to be quiet when this flag showed up. So what about a little Texas pride tonight, okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, you know, the singing of the national anthem is our way of celebrating the freedom that we've been talking about. And Casey Graham has joined us tonight, very talented young lady, to present to us our Star-Spangled Banner. Casey?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Casey. What a great way to open the rodeo on a Thursday night. Get ready, it is about to be rodeo time here.
It is Texas Mutual. Since 1991, proudly bringing it to you. Check them out online at texasmutual.com. We're going to head right back down to the Buck and Shoots right now as we welcome two of the best ranch-raised cowboys anywhere in the world. Matt Scott, Shannon Stalls, the Cowboy Lifesavers are here horseback tonight as bareback rider number one gets ready to go. Wow, nicely done, Jake. Nice job. We have a qualified ride to break the ice for the rest of the bareback riders. Camper Clinic 2, proud to bring you all of our instant replays all night long. How about we start them off with a big score? An 80-point ride starts it off.
So it is big money. Every night after the national anthem, they start sorting it out in all of the events. And here in the bareback riding, it is great action. J.R. Vezane, a former college standout. He is also a former Canadian champion. He lives in Cowley, Wyoming. And a good matchup. Showbiz is the bucking horse. Yep. Looking good. We might be a little too quiet now. I don't know. I can tell you that this good rodeo livestock is provided by the strongest and most prestigious company in the game today, the famous Butler and Son Company, headquartered in western Oklahoma. That's a father and son team. We'll allow you to meet these two guys, the co-owners. It is Benny and Rhett Butler, and we have a tie for the lead already. 80 points for JR.
Wow, it's getting a little tight already. We just got this thing kicked off a couple of minutes ago. Great camera shot of that bareback rigging. Jam your hand in there, and that's the only thing between you and that bucking horse is that handle right there. Matt Crumpler from Winnie, Texas, and a bucking horse called the Rustler. Now, if you want to cheer for the Texas boys a little more than the rest, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Feel it, baby.
They are all sticking it on them tonight. They have brought their riding pants, and that is to put it very bluntly tonight. I hope it stays that way all night long. Very good. Very good. And a 72-point score keeps him in the number 3 position. He'll be happy about that. 72. Let's do it again.
And I know that Wayne and I will reference this frequently tonight when we talk about second-generation contestants. It's pretty available here in our game. We're talking about this case, Clint Lay. He comes from a family of champions in Canada. South Suds is the name of the horse. This can be an awfully good match right down here.
It is a stud bucking horse. And when you talk about one of the deepest breeding programs in the game, those butlers, they know how to do it. Take the studs of the buck, the mares of the buck, you get colts of buck.
Well, they do, I'll guarantee you. And this is used in their famous breeding program. Their vast ranches out in western Oklahoma. And they are known, yeah, man. And I mean, it's happening right there. You know, there is just no way for Wayne and I to describe to you the power that those horses can put in that rigging that he was talking about a moment ago. When they jump in the air like you see this horse, look at him get in the air and kick straight back. Every time he kicks, that rigging will just jump and try to leave your hand, but it didn't, and here's the reward, 81 points and the win.
That is the way. Well, I'll tell you what, this is the event that takes a toll on a cowboy's body more than any of the other event in our rodeo business. So if you've enjoyed kicking it off tonight with the Wild Man's event of the bareback riding, before these boys get out of here, what do you say we give them all one more shout out from the grandstands? Cowboys and the bareback riding. A great opportunity to welcome our representative of Rodeo Austin is right now. That is Miss Rodeo Austin Princess Destiny Brown. She'll represent not only this city, but this great rodeo for 12 months, carrying the name all around the country. Destiny, glad you're here.
You know, friends, a little earlier I was talking about some of the great things about rodeo. And one that I certainly left out is the fact that everything that everyone does eventually equates to education and scholarships for young people in Texas. There are over 1,500 volunteers that serve the youth of this great state, this Rodeo Austin, and these volunteers are led by a dedicated individual who serves as the Rodeo Austin president. Now, we welcome into the arena tonight the 2014 president, Mr. Sean Tuggle. And tonight, we're continuing a tradition at Rodeo Austin. Each year, as the president serves his term, the previous year's president recognizes him for earning his spurs. And in addition, he will receive a Rodeo Austin back number signifying his reign as King of the Cowboys. Help me in thanking our president, Mr. Hap Fabacher, the 2015 Rodeo Austin Prez, for his leadership and dedication. And you know what? His family is here to enjoy that, and we'll give you a chance to meet them a little bit later on.
Boy, that is a great honor right there. We're going to have something fun for you guys a little later on in our performance as well. It's called the American Bank of Commerce Ride of the Night, okay? We're going to pick 3 rides from tonight's performance, and then you get to vote on which of the Cowboys is going to win the honor of Ride of the Night. It's coming up pretty shortly. Right now, it's the big boys coming your way. Thank you to Farm Credit, enhancing the quality of life in rural America. You might notice a couple of youngsters out there horseback with us tonight. Kind of help keep the arena cleaned up. Things looking good. That is the 5th generation of the Butler family that my partner Hadley Barrett recognized as our stock contractor, our stock providers that come to us from Oklahoma. Here's the deal. Ride in the box, nod your head, grab a steer going about 25 miles an hour, and if you can get him on the ground quicker than anybody, you get to advance on to the finals. 4 cowboys or girls out of every event tonight will advance to the playoffs. Here is one of our Canadian champion cowboys, Morgan Grant, Granton, Ontario, Canada. Tell you what, guy is going to win millions of dollars in the rodeo game. He's focused, he's physically fit, he's mentally fit. He's got it all together. Oh! But apparently the steer did not read his resume, because that didn't work out very good. Sheesh. Well, a tough hit. He's going to have an opportunity to come back in our tie-down rope and a little bit later on in our performance because he's trying to win the all-around title. Before we go to the next cowboy, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. Your rodeo funny man, your barrel man, your man in the can comes to us from Kansas. His name is Justin. Everybody say, hi, Justin.
Is up, everybody. Thursday, you guys feeling it? Okay, we gotta work on that. It's not quite the weekend, but it's not still the week. Like Thursday is the day that we kick it over towards the weekend. So we got to get a little more wild. Let me tell you one more time, everybody in Austin, let me hear you right now. Let's do it. Do it up. Feeling it. Feeling it. Okay, that was better. We're going to work on that one.
Let's try it with Chris Berry now. Texas of the Bulldogs. I have a partner. Whoa. Okay, get a hold. He got him. He got him. He got him. Good. Well, it was a little unorthodox, but that's okay. Might work out just fine as we try to advance on into the finals. I only have 3 words for you tonight, Justin Rumford.
Let's hear them.
You ready?
Let's what?
Randy Rogers Band tonight in Austin, buddy. Right here.
That's 3 words there, buddy.
Ooh, ooh. I thought I said 3.
You know what, everybody? I'm not going to lie to you. I've got triplets, okay? My wife and I are from 500 miles away, but yet she found a babysitter so we could go watch Randy Rogers tonight. It's about to get real. Randy Rogers in the house. It's going to be cool.
Ty Erickson from Montana. Here's another one of our young guys, but he's a big boy too. 6'5", 265 pounds. And it helps to have a little extra sand in your shorts in this event right here. Steers weighing in at about 400 pounds. Come on, Ty. Good. Get the nose. I'll tell you what, we are spoiling them tonight, Justin Rumford. How about a clean run? 4.9. He is number one by a mile. Smooth run.
Cool.
Hey, I know this is your second year. You've come back to Austin for your second year. And I don't know if you remember or not, but one of my entire favorite things about Rodeo Austin, you know what it is?
What?
Barbecue cook-off.
Oh, yeah. I went last year, okay?
Yeah.
Woo,
It's coming up this weekend. It's Friday and Saturday. We're going Friday night. Okay?
How many people are here for the barbecue cook-off? You guys here tonight?
Oh, yeah. It's fun.
I'm a chubby guy, so I know what tastes good, so I will be coming to your booth, all right?
Adam Strahan of McKinney, Texas. By the way, tonight is Texas State Bobcat Night at the rodeo.
Bobcats.
We got a few Bobcats out there. Come on, good. Yeah. There's no penalties. How about a little bit more of that noise? 4.4. It's just getting faster as we go down the line here.
Bobcats. One more time. Where's all my Bobcats? Over there. Who is the biggest Bobcat fan in the house? I found him. The dude right there. Wait, dude, stay up. Here's the deal. If our next guy catches a steer and throws him down, I want you to stand up and give us your best Bobcat victory dance, okay? You guys feel good about that? Look at that guy. He's a good-looking guy. Not in the weird sense that just came out, but you know what I mean.
How about a California Bulldogger, Stan Branco? I'll tell you what, he salvaged that run pretty well. 5 8/10 of a second. 5 and 8.
He caught him, Wayne. Let's see your victory dance. Here we go.
All right,
dance
let's see
music.
it. Let's see it. There it is. Woo.
Keep it up. Keep it going. Keep it going. That was pretty mediocre. You know what? That's never been done at Rodeo Austin.
Yeah?
No twerked in the stands.
Really?
I'm talking about twerking it up.
Twerking it
look
up.
at the wiggle. Look at the twerk. See that? Oh, what?
Easy. Whoa, whoa.
Turn down for what?
Wow. Man.
Dude, you want to dance off?
Man, have you been working out or what? Jeez.
Well, here's the bad thing, and this is for all the fat guys out there.
Yeah.
I've lost 10 pounds in the last month, and I'm still fat. All right, so still got a ways to go on that.
Dean Sturmer is our steer wrestler from Frisco, Texas. After this run, I want to talk to you about a rumor I heard about you being in a movie. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard it just before the performance tonight.
Been in several movies,
That
Wayne.
you are actually in a new out. Is it true?
Oh, yeah. Google it.
Really?
Yeah,
Movie star. Dean Sturmer, Frisco, Texas. Good. Yeah, buddy. Five and 6/10 of a second. Good enough for third place right now. The leaderboard got pretty tight here in our steer wrestling. 4-4, 4-9, 5-6, 5-8. That's the 4 fastest times so far. So what about the movie? What's the deal?
Spider-Man 4 coming out next summer right here. I'm in the movie, guys.
You're in
Give
Spider-Man?
me a round of applause. Isn't that good?
You're
Isn't that
in
awesome?
the movie Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Are you like an extra or what?
I'm Spider-Man.
What?
I'm Spider-Man in the movie.
You're
Wayne.
gonna be the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh.
One more round of applause from me right here, Spider-Man.
Now wait a minute.
I throw it out there, the web comes out.
Sterling Wallace, Justin, Texas, and the owner of the 14 Horse of the Year of Professional Rodeo. 5.8 tenths, 5 and 8. You're gonna have to be 5.7 to make the top 4 cut. If you're actually Spider-Man, you got to do something spiderish.
All right. You guys want to see a little Spider-Man?
If you're gonna actually be,
Do you guys want to see a little Spider-Man?
you're gonna have to stick to something.
All right, if I wasn't Spider-Man, how would I be able to do this? Watch out. Back up.
Okay.
Spider-Man. Yeah. Haters gonna hate Spider-Man.
Jason Lair, Stephenville, Texas.
It's got sand in my crack.
That's enough.
That
Too
roll.
much information.
Sorry.
Too much information. This is one of the most veteran bulldoggers that we can offer you here at Rodeo Austin, period. He's a 6-time Wrangler NFR qualifier. Great big guy, and you won't shake hands with a nicer guy in the world of professional rodeo. He's finished a runner-up to the World Championship before, a couple of times. It's about time to get that gold buckle on his belt. Get everything right. Look at this. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah! Oh, he rode out of the box a little bit too soon. A 10-second penalty. Oh, shoot.
I'm sending you a big bouquet of roses.
Well, these are the Cowboys that'll move on into our playoff rounds of rodeo. Adam Strahan has all the bragging rights tonight with a 4.4-second run. Every cowboy and girl you watch in this arena tonight paid an entry fee to be part of our performance. It's a $300 entry fee, as a matter of fact. So regardless of how it shook down in the steer wrestling tonight, folks, there's a lot of talent walking right now. Do me a favor. Give them all a nice thank you for coming to Austin tonight, will you? Well, ladies, if you hear anything I say all night long, I want you to just listen to the next sentence because we're awfully proud of it. A lot of these people that you see up here, volunteers, they don't want to break their arm patting themselves on the back, bragging on what we do, so I'll do it. I don't mind doing it a bit. Rodeo Austin is a non-profit organization. What we do is we put money in kids' pockets so they can go to college. Scholarships, monies to buy the animals that they show out here in the barn. Last year, Rodeo Austin gave back to the kids in the state of Texas $2.5 million. That's what we're doing right here at Rodeo Austin. That's what we're doing. I'd like to recognize our president, Hap Faubacher, again tonight. He's the leader of Rodeo Austin, but also his entire family that came tonight to be part of our program. Zoe, his beautiful bride, and the whole family. Glad you're here. Welcome again. Great, great night. One of our fan favorites is coming your way right now. Sarah! Oh, yes, HEB, Texas Tough in 150 communities all around the state of Texas. Fresh food, quality products, and convenience services. There's my buddy in the dirt to bring you the kids, Hadley Barrett.
We got the kiddos lined up and ready. But you know, they're going to need a little encouragement. You ought to heard the conversation going on back there. Some of them bragging, some of them saying, maybe I hadn't ought to do this. How many of you would like to see kids ride sheep tonight? Maybe we could let them know. There you go. That'll make them feel a whole lot better. Well, HEB sponsors it for us. You see, we have all of the kids lined up right over here. They are ready to ride, and the rules are so simple. There really are no rules. All they have to do is make it out of the chute, and they're going to get a score of some kind. Out of the field of contestants, we have only one girl, and it's the first one out. All right, now, ladies, girls cheer for girls. Mary John Mavis from Austin. Look at this. Look at him go. Wow. Good job. How about that? Whoa. Talk about a star. You know what, Wayne, this is the biggest score we have seen tonight.
Wow.
82 points for that young lady.
Tonight.
I'm telling you, from Georgetown, Callahan Shell goes next. Hang on. Hang on. You know what?
That's the sheep I wanted to draw right there.
I think that gravity is his worst enemy right there. You know that?
Yeah.
Could have been. This next dude is 5 years old. He lives at Buda. It is Houston McCrary. Here comes... I think they told him something about stop, drop, and he didn't get the last part roll. He just kind of landed. 72, they tell me. Aiden Samuel is from Austin. He is 6 years old and a rider.
When you're that young and you hit the ground, you bounce.
Man, what a headstand. 80, the judges say 80 it will be. Okay. Cohen Sebronic. Round Rock. Where's Round Rock tonight? You are here. He's hanging on for dear life. He hasn't let go yet. He still hasn't let go. Well, you know, he didn't draw the best sheep tonight, and they finally got him out of there, but he did 83 points. Chase Summers from Pflugerville is next out. Boy, now there is a ride. 79 for the Pflugerville Star. He was there. Max Dane is a 5-year-old. He said, I live in Austin, or very near. Boy, we got one coming this way, don't we? You know, I know it's kind of a play on words, but that was kind of a U-turn, maybe, huh? 72 points, they tell me. 72 it will be. All right. Kisto Sanchez, 7-year-old. Oh, man. Woo! 85 points and the lead for Kisto. All right, here is Slade Stalls. He is 5 years old from McLean, and he is a riding rascal. Look at him hang on. It's going to be an 83 score for Slade tonight. Wow. What a session we have had here. Well, some awful good sheep. We're going to line them all up. We're going to get a still picture of each and every one of them. We're going to put them up on the big screen where all the family members and their friends can see every one of the kiddos. Now, as we told you, this is sponsored by HEB, and we thank them for the many, many gifts. You see, right here, we're giving away a trophy to each and every one of them. Every one of them will receive a gift bag. They can take it home to mom, and believe you me, there are those Texas Tough products right in there. You know that? We have a very special guest. Marty Garcia from HEB has joined us. Marty, nice to have you here, my friend. This is a great event, isn't it?
It's a great event. We're just happy to be here for the kids.
Thank you for the nice gift to all of the kids, and I know that you come bearing gifts right here. Let's show that buckle, Marty, right to the audience up on the big screen. Look at that, folks. That is gold. That's silver. That's going to go to our champion tonight. Who might that be? Well, it could be Kisto. Where is he? Where's Kisto? Here he is. We got to talk, buddy. Congratulations. You got to turn. Oh, you're wanting that buckle, I can tell. Here, I want you to turn right around. Here, we're going to put you on television. See that? Look right at that screen. A great big smile. Okay, show them your teeth. You don't have any teeth, do you? What's the deal? Did your mother tell you that if you kiss girls, your teeth will fall out? Did you know that?
No.
No? You don't think so? Are you in school?
Yes.
What grade are you in?
First grade.
Do you know any songs? Do you ever get to sing in school? Huh?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Let that go. Did you see that buckle that this man has? Turn around just a minute. I want to show it to you. Now you got to get back on camera. You're on television, okay? There you go, bud. You would do almost anything for that buckle, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Almost anything? Do you see this pretty queen right over here? You have seen her, haven't you? See that girl right there? Yeah. Would you give her a kiss on the cheek for that buckle?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. All right. Go ahead. I'll hold your trophy. You just kiss her on the cheek. Oh, how good is that? There you are, man. You know what? Casto, you are a champion. Marty, we need to give him the buckle. He is our champion tonight. That is a fun event, isn't it? The kiddos and the mutton busting, and that's a true rodeo champion right there. Well, Wayne, I don't know what's coming up next, but it better be good, because these kids might have stole the show.
That is a hard act to follow, but we're going to try to do it. Ride for the brand. We're awful proud of our new format. Watch this. I think you'll understand a little bit more after you see this.
In the days of the Old West, cowboys gathered together to compete, with the bragging rights going to the best bronc buster. These competitions became known as Ride for the Brand. Rodeo Austin continues that tradition today with the Ride for the Brand Cowboy Tournament.
money to send kids to college is our youth auction, Friday the 27th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Last year we raised $1.2 million at the sale for the kids. You're waiting on me to tell you there's a penalty, right? No penalty. How about a 4.9? That's some great team roping right there.
4.9. All right, Wayne, here's the deal.
Okay.
Let's turn it up.
All right.
You guys want to turn it up a little bit? That was pathetic. Do you guys want to turn it up a little bit? All right, here's the deal. If we get a run 3.9 or faster,
Yeah.
I will let the sheriff deputy over in the corner tase me during the bull riding. On a taser. Feel it. Let's clap for that. Right in the back.
I don't think that's a very good idea, buddy.
It's a great idea, Wayne.
Think so?
Have you ever been tased?
Not lately.
All right, hang on. That is Landon McClarty and Ambrose is right there. Well, the penalties have destroyed that and moved it way up to 19-7. You see, there's the 10-second penalty for the barrier if you are to break it. There's a fine penalty if you rope only one of the two hind legs.
That looked pretty fast. You know what? Let's cancel that bet. We're off.
No, you're going to be okay.
Nobody here wants to see the rodeo clown get tased.
No,
right?
I know
Nobody.
they don't. Right.
How many people do?
So, why?
Right on the front. Really? I'm deleting you off Facebook. Unfriended. Right here.
So what did you say? 3-9? Is that what you said?
I said 2-7.
No,
I think.
you did not. Cody
Nine-ish.
Owen and Dakota Chip. Chip is from Lincoln, Texas. Cody from New Braunfels. And disappointing. No time tonight.
We had two ladies on the front row that really. Can we get the camera right over here, like where I'm at? Because I want to point these girls out.
What are you doing? Are you embarrassing people already?
When I said, who wants to see somebody tase the clown, jumped out of their seats. Do you guys hate clowns? You know what? We're going to get over this fear of clowns. I'm going to come right here, and I'm actually going to sit on your lap during the next run.
Wow.
We're going to get over this fear of clowns. I'm just going to sit right here.
That's a lot of booty right there. Be careful.
And if you guys feel like buying me a beer, maybe some nachos. I really sweat. I sweat when I get nervous. I'm really nervous right now. You guys go ahead. Don't mind me.
Chance Savage, Midway, Texas. Dustin Sarcy from Moreland, Oklahoma is our team. All right, rope, turn left. Trying to make up a little bit of time. No penalty, 7.7 today. Pretty smooth run. Listen, Hadley, I don't know how close you looked at the entertainers list, but Randy Rogers Band tonight's going to be awesome. Tomorrow night, one of my favorites, Joe Nichols is here. Tomorrow night.
Yes. It's a great lineup.
She's crying right on the front.
Who is crying?
Are those tears of joy, or what? Where are we at right here?
Well, you probably mashed her, is what you did.
I'm sorry.
Tate Kersenslager of Yuma, Colorado. Now, he comes from quite a long list of good team ropers in his family. Chad Williams is over on the other side. He is from Stephenville. So have you ever been tased?
I got tased in January.
Okay.
It did not hurt as bad as you think.
Well, I don't think you have any fears here because most of the money's been won in the 4s, 5s, 6s, and I think that's probably why you chose 3-9. Look at him turning back. All right. Heel loop is under there. And lo and behold, it is 3-9.
What? Wait, what? No, it's not.
Okay.
That's a misprint.
I just wanted to scare you. No, we had penalties all over the place. It went to 22-5. 22-5.
Whew.
You better pay a little closer attention, buddy.
I'm not going to lie to you. I got nervous right there. When he said 3-9, I'm not going to lie. I may have peed a little. So, putting it out there.
We've only got one more shot tonight in the team roping to try to advance into that top group of 4. And it's going to be pretty easily done tonight if we can get a good, clean run. Chase Thompson of Monday, Texas, 2013 Rookie of the Year. And Richard Durham. No penalties, 5.4. They will advance on to the playoffs. Nice roping, guys. Nice roping. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there are the times of the Cowboys that'll move on. If you win your event, your respective event here at Rodeo Austin, you can win about $11,000. That's not bad for about 15 seconds worth of work. You know, before we get too much farther, I want to introduce you to a very, very special partner. When you talk about teamwork, it takes a lot of people. Mike Orman, would you step toward the spotlight a little bit? There you go. Hi, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, Ram Rodeo is one of our first major corporate sponsors of professional rodeo. They've been with us for 30 years. Ram Rodeo is right here on the grounds to get you in as well. Joining us tonight, our VIP is the president of Ram Rodeo. Would you give a nice welcome to Mr. Mike Orman to Rodeo Austin. Surrounded by the VIPs.
Indeed, and what a great pleasure it is to have him with us tonight. You know, that's the cornerstone of professional rodeo. Saddle bronc riding is coming up. We go right to the bucking chutes, and it is time to ride bucking horses. Some of the things we talked to you about a little bit earlier in the bareback riding will prevail. Others will be a whole lot different. And it is Audie Reed from Spearman, Texas, is the first gunner out. He is right down here in chute number 3. I hear you. I hear the momentum. You can bet this cowboy hears it. So the mark-out rule, important issue. First jump out. Here we go. Good man. Keep it up. Don't quit. Notice the timing of those pickup men. The way they move in, bring these guys down quickly. They are the rescue team. And we met them very, very quickly earlier in the bareback riding, but you see them throughout the entire contest. 74 points for our opener. Reed has established the bronc riding tonight with that one.
It's where it all began 100 years ago, and there's been a family involved in Canada, north of the 49th parallel, and I think it's illegal to have a Canadian finals rodeo and not have a Butterfield involved. Well, generation of the Butterfield family. Luke Butterfield, he's a Canadian champion. He won his first a couple of years ago. Tonight he's got a horse called Parlor House that he's drawn. You got to have a little lady luck smiling over your shoulder when it comes to drawing the right livestock. Let's go, Luke. Big scores. Yeah. Looking good. Looking good. Timing is everything, and I'll tell you what, when they're tapped off and the timing is right, even a first-time novice rodeo fan can see a good ride when you see one. There was one right there. How about we put him in the number 1 spot? 80 points for Butterfield. 80 points.
So we continue to work our way right up through the chutes to your left, to our right. We are at chute number 1 right now, and this is Coburn Bradshaw. He is the 2014 Intercollegiate National Champ, and he has drawn a horse called Public Enemy from the Butler and Son Company, and is owned by young 10-year-old Taylor Butler that you watched out here in the timed events, and we'll see again a little later on tonight. So I don't know exactly where Taylor's at right now, but I'll bet she's peeking through the gate somewhere to see how her horse performs.
Yep.
We'll find out. The market we talked about, position of the man's feet, the first jump out, up high, in contact. That's where you must be. There we go.
The papers and the trash.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
gonna get no spending cash? If you don't
So it's all about timing.
you ain't gonna
You
rock
know,
and roll no more.
you cannot overpower a 1,300 or 1,400 pound horse, but if you can get in the rhythm of his performance, and I can tell you, and Taylor would too, that her horse, Public Enemy, did not have the trip he normally has. So our officials have awarded Colburn a 67 score, but it has a condition, the option of a reride if he elects to take it. He has to do one or the other and make the decision now.
He is going to take a second chance or another opportunity. Call it whichever one you want to. He just spoke with our Pro Rodeo official, Mike Todd, Travis Howe, and Chuck Haas. Those are the three guys that'll decide where more than $500,000 will go to our cowboys and our cowgirls here in 15 days at Rodeo Austin. Now to Chase Bennett, Santaquin, Utah. Jackknife is a Wrangler NFR bucking horse.
Rockin' Robin. Really will go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Rock, really, every little swallow, every chickadee, every
Let's get him slowed down back safe and sound on the ground. That's the most important part. We've got him there. But we've got good news and we've got bad news. The good news is he rode for 8 seconds, but look at what they're doing right now. They're picking up some flags off of the ground. It's kind of like football. When you see a flag hit the ground, there's a penalty and there's a problem.
And look, see, his feet must be up over the brakes of the shoulders when the horse completes the first jump. Watch. Now, as the horse comes down, before his feet touch, the man's feet come out of the front. That's when the flag came down. Thank you to our video technicians. What a great job. Thanks, guys.
That is a rule that every bareback rider and bronc rider needs to think about. The mark-out rule. So watch the next guy. See if you can see it happen, okay? The first time that bucking horse's front feet hit the dirt, the first time, a cowboy's feet need to be above the shoulders. See if you can see it. Tab Hildreth now, Gunnison, Colorado, and Al Capone. I think the name of that horse might lead you to believe that he's a bad son of a gun.
He is a bad cat. You know, Wayne, perhaps we should explain to the people why we have that mark-out rule. It is designed to give the horse the advantage. Now watch, as Wayne suggested. If you don't give him that advantage, oh man, and I mean Capone did double up. Oh. Wow.
I'll tell you what, I bet he's glad he's off of that son of a gun. Ouch. Man. Smashed him right in there and then bucked him off when he got him out in the middle of the arena. That's no fun at all. All right, let's try it with a Canadian novice champion bronc rider, Sam Keltz, Millerville, Alberta, Canada. And a bucking horse called Crossfire is what he's drawn tonight. Anybody here tonight from Canada? Any Canadians in the grandstands? Anybody? Not many. How many folks in our grandstands tonight, by applause, are transplants to the state of Texas? How many people here from outside the state of Texas? Make a little noise from outside the state. Let me hear you. Wow, quite a few. That'd be more than I thought there would be. Okay, let's turn it around a little bit. How many folks in this building tonight are proud to say you are born and raised in our state of from? Oh, there they are.
You know what? And Sam Keltz that you were talking about, what a nice guy he is. And what a great bronc rider. Curious to know how many Texans will show this Canadian the courtesy of cheering his ride. You don't have to do it now. You can give me that answer when the gate opens. All right, Sam, you just do your thing. I have a feeling that this good audience will do theirs. Here we go. Yes, sir. I hear you. Nice. All right, now Wayne and I can talk to you all night, and we have for the last 8 or 10 minutes, about how they ride broncs, why they do this, why they do that. And Sam showed us in 8 seconds more than we could tell you in 15 minutes. and he got a reward for it too. He has a share of the lead with an 80-point ride. Nice go, Sam.
I had an opportunity to talk to Sam Kelts before the performance tonight. I said, what about the horse? He said, I really don't know the horse, and I really don't care. I'm just going to get on and nod my head and see what happens. Well, it's a pretty good strategy. I'd say it worked out awfully good. Try him again down below. As the big guy on the left-hand side of your screen in the brown hat. See that guy? That is Rhett Butler. That's the second generation that's with us here today. He comes to all the big Butler and Son rodeo companies. He's trying to help those guys get down on that horse safely and set that flank to help the horse buck as well. One of the most infamous families in rodeo today is the Wright family. 13 kids in the Wright family. 6 of them are boys. 5 of them are all bronc riders. Here's one of them right here. A set of twins. Jake and Jesse Wright, both of the twin boys, are here tonight. Jake Wright, former college champion all around. Single shot is the bucking horse he has. And Jake just finished up a big win in Kissimmee, Florida at the Champions Challenge down there. Brand new made-for-television rodeo. Keep an eye on it. The future, CBS Sports Network. Now this horse, the bronc riders know him. He's been around a long time. He's got some little tricks, some little things that he likes to pull on the cowboys to get them off onto the ground. But if you can last, you can get to the 8 seconds. It can pay you some good money. Come on, Jake. He says, no problem, I can do that all day long. Jake, you look good, buddy. You can see on his free arm on that right wrist, he is riding with a cast right now. And that's going to put him in the top 4 spots. 74 points for Jake Wright, 74. That'll work for now.
And you know, it was only about 2 weeks ago he had a cast on both wrists.
Yeah.
It would take him off to ride, which I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I don't think I'd recommend that. They're tough. Here is, as we go back to the Wright twins, the man that won the World Championship in 2012. He is in the top 15. Jesse Wright is who we're talking about. Now, this horse can be a little wild, or has been the last few times we've seen him. They call him Scorpion. And that was not an accidental attachment to that name. I think the horse earned it. Watch chute number 2. I don't know what the gray will do. Wayne told me at the big rodeo in Tucson that he throwed a walleye fit there, so I don't know what he's going to do tonight. We'll see. I know one thing. It'll be the horse's plan, not ours. They do it their own way.
Gotta have their own mind about stuff.
They do. They do. Okay. He wants him standing upright. Well, now that's kind of a play on words, isn't it? Huh? You don't want him wrong. Everybody ready? He said, I don't like the way he's standing, guys. Give me a little help. He said, okay, let's see what he does out here. All right. Yeah. Boy, he will duck, turn. You never know which way he's going to go. So he had a little left and right out there, about 6 or 7 seconds. I don't know what the old gray had on his mind, but he couldn't carry out his game plan quite the way he had done in the past. But the flags that you saw hit the ground, the very first jump out, that's where the damage was done, and the former world champion will take no score tonight. You know what? I think it would be all right if we would show Jesse Wright how we treat a world champion in Austin, Texas, you know? What a great audience you are.
All right, we're back to Colbert and Bradshaw from Beaver, Utah. We do on paper the kids that come from the junior ranks of rodeo into high school rodeo, then into college rodeo. This is the reigning National Intercollegiate Rodeo Association bronc riding champion. Those are the ones that stand out when you get to professional rodeo as well. So this is his second chance tonight. He's already boiled the adrenaline once in his body. You got to boil it again a second time to try to get the money. So I need a little help out of the grandstands. He is thinking about it once. Now a second. Get the horse standing just right. And a couple of the things that the bronc riders will holler just as he leaves the chute is lift and charge. Lift on that rein, charge with your feet, and it'll keep your wranglers down in that saddle. Let's go, Coburn. Wow. Attaboy. Stay there. Stay there. Yikes. Talk about a wild horse fit. Go ahead. He can hear you now. Man, that pulled everything but a knife on him, trying to get him off of his back, and he could not get the job done. How'd you like to get on about 100 of those a year to make a living? Well, in our professionals, that's exactly what they do. You're not going to like this very much. A 71. What?
What?
What? What happened?
I've been cheated.
Well, guess what? He gets the option on whether or not he wants to try it again or not. So maybe that 71's not so bad after all.
I don't know. But you know what? Let's turn all of that disappointment to energy, and how about a thank you to all of the bronc riders tonight. We hope you enjoyed it. That's the way it comes down.
Tie down ropers coming at you. Here they come. Tie down rope and brought to you by Ride for the Brand. We've kind of been bragging on that format. First 10 performances, you qualify to get to the next 4 playoff rounds. Then only 2 contestants move out of those 4 playoff rounds into the finals. Again, big bucks. It pays $8,000 on the final night to win your event. Jake Butler in the blue shirt, beautiful Taylor Butler in the red shirt. Step back into the arena as cowboy number 1 gets ready to ride in. Cody Lawrence, Pleasanton, Texas. If you like to fish, I got something pretty special coming your way. There's a boat right outside the building. In fact, I had a little bit here this afternoon. Beautiful fishing boat worth $48,000. We're going to give it away right here at Rodeo Austin. Yeah. I'll tell you how right after this run. Cody Lawrence, Pleasanton, Texas. That big deal in this event as well. You draw a kick and calf, and that will make your time a little bit longer. But you've only got to beat 7 other guys to get to that number 1 spot in our playoffs. Here is one of our young guys that is the future of our business. And a swing and a miss. $48,000 boat. How do you win the boat? You buy a raffle ticket. That's how. Our event staff is all around the building. They have tickets in their hands. $10. 2015 Epic 22 SC fishing boat with an Evinrude E-Tech engine. That'd be a nice boat.
So did you see on the screen? A lot of the event staff, they're holding up cards where you can see them. And we do encourage you to buy one of those raffle tickets. You don't have to fish to enjoy that boat. You can take your neighbors on that boat. Matter of fact, as pretty as that boat is, you could charge them $4 or $5 every time they ride on it, and you pay for all of the fuel. And he said, that's what I'm going to do if I win it, and I've been buying enough tickets I should. Blake Deckard, Wagner, Oklahoma. I'm going to give you a footnote on that raffle here in just a moment, but look around for an event staff member nearest to you It'll make you feel good. See those signs they're holding up? They're easy to see. They'll bring them to you. No, and we have missed another one. No time it will be. You know what? Every dollar that you spend for that boat will eventually end up in a scholarship package for a young adult here in the state of Texas. So even if you don't win the boat, it's a winner. Any way you look at it.
Any way you cut it.
All right, 2 up, 2 down. We got to get it going, okay?
Listen, you know, other sports like football, basketball, they have cheerleaders, right?
Yeah.
That's what we need in rodeo. We need cheerleaders.
Yeah.
We don't have any, so you are going to have to be a cheerleader. We need a cheer to get this next guy going right here.
Because we've got a lot of people from Texas, right? Where's everybody from Texas? Let's try this cheer right here, okay? I'm going to start at you, finish it. The stars at night are big and bright.
Hey, it's working. It's working. Yes, sir. Wow. Okay, Justin, sing it again. That was good.
Let's try this one more time because I found out since I've been down here, everybody from Texas loves Texas. Right, Texas people? So, here we go. Sing along with me. You know the words. The stars at night are big and bright. All right. See that? That was a good cheer.
That was awesome.
Spirit fingers.
You know, Ben, this seems like a singing crowd tonight.
We got a great singing crowd,
It seems like a singing crowd. Tell you what, let me get our next roper into the arena because I think there's a lot of young ladies that want to know about this guy. The reigning champion of the world, the youngest millionaire in professional rodeo is about to go next. The one and only Tough Cooper is in the house. This young guy is going to win dozens of world titles before it's all said and done. Oop.
Some days a diamond.
I think you read that right, Ben.
Some days a stone.
You know, as they say, you could just drive the wheels off of your Ram truck before you see him do that again. But you know, we did it a while ago for a world champion bronc rider. I hope you will for this Texas tie-down roper. That is Tough Cooper. What a great guy he is. All right, Bluffdale, Texas, and Ryan Watkin. I don't think this guy will disappoint any of us. He rarely does anything outside of his frame plan of winning. And it's taken him to great heights in our game of rodeo. And he would tell you quickly, one of the reasons that he can do that and be so consistent is the good horse that he rides. That's the case with every one of these guys. Boy, this is not an excuse for Ryan. He wouldn't even ask me to do that. But you could only run that calf about so far and win any of this money. So you might as well take the gamble and try it. Tonight, it did not pay off.
All right, we talked about this being a sing. We got to change the luck here for our ropers somehow. So do me a favor. You guys sang along pretty good a second ago. Try to sing along to this one right here. You ready?
Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Can't hold it back.
I could have that. If you start playing something from Frozen, nothing good's going to happen at a rodeo.
Okay. Cody Quaney, no good.
Oh, you guys want to turn it up? You guys want to see a little move? You guys want to see a move? To get things going, since I'm the official cheerleader of the rodeo.
Yeah, I want to see this.
Rodeo Austin, back handspring time.
Oh, yeah, right.
Back handspring time, turn it up.
Okay, alert paramedics, get ready.
Everybody, I'm going to do it on the count of 3 for real, all right?
On
Count
three?
with me, count of 3, here we go. 1, America!
You know what? He did.
Wow.
Do we have a replay? Look at this. That is graceful.
I know it.
That is.
Look where his toes landed.
Look at that. That is.
Can we
Quit doing. Okay, stop the.
That's really good. All right, I'm going to tell you something.
I've got a thyroid problem. Okay, for the record, just put that out there.
I don't know. I don't think that was close to your thyroid. Here's a former Resistol Rookie of the Year, and I'm telling you what, Mr. Rumford, if he misses this cap, I will give you 5 of my raffle tickets, and I got plenty of them. All right, I knew it. We're okay. We're okay. Come on, Ace. Oh. And did I tell you he is from Cuero, Texas? So he's a neighbor, and he has gone 10 5/10 to be winning second right now. And you know, we have another roper yet to go, and the door's really open for him to win some money at least.
Hadley, did you see what just happened? I did cheer, and we caught a calf for a lot of money. Okay, so is it that things are going good? Yeah. So now I'm going to turn it up one more notch.
Okay, what you going to do?
Full back handspring.
Not off the rail.
Backflip into the arena.
No.
That's a bad idea. How many of you do not want him to do it?
I know what I'm doing.
No. How many of you do not want him to do it? Now, you need to think this over.
I got this hand, ma'am.
How many of you do want him to do it?
Yeah, step right up here.
What?
I'm going to need you to spot me on this. I'm going to wait. Actually, put your phone up. He's about ready, or I would do it, but he's about ready. So.
Oh, yeah, you chickened out is what you did.
Are you scared?
Oh, no.
Morgan Grant, second time tonight you've seen this Canadian. Boy, and he caught him deep. Now, it's a catch-as-catch-can contest. All he has to do is tie any of the calf's 3 legs and do it under a 25-second maximum, and he will win some money. That's how tough it went tonight. And Morgan was really thinking during that run. Went right on with it, and a 16-1 is the outcome. Yes, that is third money.
There are 3 different chances for a cowboy to win money this year at Rodeo Austin. That guy just got into the pack just at the very last second here. Michael Perry's going to have bragging rights with a nice. When we get that last calf untied and on his way out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been so my Cowboys tonight. Keep up the good work one more time if you can. Tie down ropers. Tell you what, Hadley and I enjoy breakfast burritos from Sonic about every other morning right here at Rodeo Austin. 65 locations around town, proudly bringing you our next event. Thank you to Sonic. If you haven't stopped by and grabbed one lately, breakfast burritos all day long. Look at this beautiful truck. That is the latest and greatest in engineering, design, and technology. We're going to give one away. A $45,000 voucher towards your choice of a Chrysler vehicle. Whether you want a Charger, a Challenger, a minivan, or maybe a Ram Tough truck, it's your choice. How do you win? You sign up at the Ram display right out by the old Wild West tent out on the grounds. You can do it tonight before you leave. You can do it tomorrow. You can do it every day. Go by. Say hello to our crew. When you talk about Ram, folks, that new truck has the newest motor from Chrysler. It's a diesel, the Eco Diesel. It's a V6 motor that has more torque actually than the Hemi motor that's out that's so popular today. They're getting 29 miles to the gallon with that brand new little diesel, Eco Diesel. I want one at my house.
And you know, that's not just a boast. I talked to the Ram representatives tonight, and they said that is the real deal. They said, in fact, I will bet you that if you'll drive the speed limit and take that truck to Dallas and back, it'll top 30 miles to the gallon. That's great. And I'll tell you what is going to happen. You're going to see a lady ride through this gate on the dead run because the barrel race is about to begin. She'll attempt to turn all 3 of the barrels and come back across the line. When she leaves the 3rd one, I think you folks already know the play. We like to have you cheer them to the timeline. And Aaron leads us off tonight. Ricotti is from California. It looks to be like Jill Welch. That's Jill that started it all tonight. All right, Jill. Parker, Arizona. That's okay. We've got you. Everything's good. 15 and 6. 15 and 6.
All right, let's do it again. Those horses have ears, and they can hear you when they're in that arena. Jana Riley now of Page, Texas. You can spend in excess of $100,000 on some of these great horses. And you $1 million. Looking good, looking good. Come on, Jana. Oh, son of a gun.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round.
Well, a 20 and 55, including a 5-second penalty. Can't knock them down. That's the rule.
So the thing we want to do is encourage them, but also think positive. Rosie Bradley needs our help. She is from Collinsville, Texas. And boy, they do ride awfully good horses. Maybe some of the best horses that we have seen here tonight, by the time event people, are the ones you're looking at here. Takes a lot of time to get acquainted with them. Good turn. All right, Rosie. Do it right, and we'll bring you home. No, caught the barrel going away. We are having problems with the penalties tonight. So Rosie, who would have been in at a 15.67, well, you know the drill. The penalty moves that to 20.67. 20.67.
All right. Tracy Austin Ivy of Sanger, Texas. Maybe that Austin name will mean number 1 in this arena. Good turn on 1. 2 more, 2 more. Oops. Well, she's going to end up getting 2 of them tonight. If you knock all 3 down, you get a free foot-long chili cheese dog from Sonic.
You know, all I can tell you about the next suggestion is that we were kind of forced to do it the last 3 performances in a row, and you folks just absolutely were amazing. What I'm asking you to do is erase these penalties. Everybody think positive and try to get the karma right. And maybe if we don't even cheer until she turns that 3rd barrel, it might just change the atmosphere. Anything to make it work. Oklahoma's Rachel Dice. Rachel, don't worry about us being a little quiet. You're gonna be okay. Do it right. There you go. You know what? And I saw those little kids jumping up and down in the... Holy Toledo, that's one of the runs of the entire rodeo. Thank you for the help. 15.27.
Wow. She is in the lead by more than a half a second. Well, about a half a second. That's a lot. That is a lot in the barrel racing. Now to Jamie Ashford. Lott, Texas. Come on, Jamie. Of them are choosing that right barrel first for whatever the reason. Well, let's see if she's going to get that foot-long chili cheese dog.
Here I come.
She's going to slow down, just lope him on back to the finish line, 27.55, including the penalties. No more knocking them down. Let's keep them stamping.
Well, you did a real good job a few moments ago. So if you have it on your mind to repeat that, if you think it will work, anything to turn it around. Teresa Turbyville, Scurry, Texas. She'll come through the gate next. You know, as we have informed the audience frequently, riding a barrel horse around this pattern and doing it correctly is a pretty uphill battle. If you don't know what you're doing, don't get on one of them. She very carefully is trying to avoid that penalty, and good for you, Teresa. That is thinking on the run. 1582, it might seem a little long, but it is penalty-free, and it's number 3 right now.
We may have saved the best for last. Okay, now I said we may have. But if I only had $10 left in my pocket, I might bet it on this cowgirl right here. Chloe Huvestal, Helena Montana. Atta girl, atta girl. One more. Push it, Chloe, push it. She is in the number 2 spot, 15:56 to round it out in style tonight. Wow, great run. I love watching the ladies. This is how it's going to shake down. Rachel Dice, she has been on a roll. Let me tell you a quick little story while we pick up the barrels. Cowboys and cowgirls will go to about 100 rodeos in a year in order to qualify for the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, Nevada. How do you do that? You get on an airplane and you fly. That's how you do it. But cowgirls can't do that. They have to drive their trucks and drag their horses everywhere they go. The reason I'm telling you this story is because I believe nobody works harder than the women in rodeo, and if you've enjoyed them, how about giving them all one more shout out? The ladies of our game.
Thank you for doing that. And in case you did not know, we have what we consider a designated supersonic section. And tonight, it is section PP, right over here in the spotlight. So everyone in the supersonic section will receive a free ice cream cone from Austin Sonic. All right, got it.
Thank you to Ram Rodeo for your continued excellence and support at Rodeo Austin. We have a little unfinished business, a bucking horse called Papa. A bronc rider that just has not had the best of luck tonight, but I think it's all going to change right now. Coburn Bradshaw is back again from Utah. He's going to have to be 75 or more to get into that top 4 position to get back to the playoffs. He's ready. Cheer him on one more time, everybody. Let's go. That was a tricky little ride right there. Our Camper Clinic 2 replay. Watch this. See that horse kind of walk on his front end right there? See him walk with his front feet? That makes it so hard to get that timing right. Had a tough ride, 67 points. Going to happen for Coburn Bradshaw tonight. Folks, a little more applause for that guy would go a long, long ways. Tough day.
Well, I'll tell you, you are a great audience. And you know, we refer to this event kind of like we do to great concerts and the music industry. This is the hit song of rodeo, and it is coming up now.
So do me a favor, slap your hands together to the beat of the music. Everybody, let's go.
Keep it up, you're doing the right thing. The man is about ready. He can hear you. Garrett Big, New South Dakota. Got a bull called Ho, Ho, Ho. Well, I'll be honest with you, have not seen this bull. Doesn't matter. We're going to do it. He is a black, white-faced horn bull. I hear you. You're doing so good. What a great audience tonight. Hang on, hang on. Garrett trying to settle him down a little. He said, let's do it on the outside.
I'll tell you what is loaded a very juicy pin of bulls tonight. This is a super rank pin. You're going to be watching. And saving cowboys' lives is what those three cowboys do that are right there in those Rodeo Austin jerseys. We spent about $1 million to bring you a great rodeo. Why don't we do that and not bring three of the best bullfighters we could find? Aaron Ferguson from Alberta, Nathan Hart from Oklahoma, and Weston Rutkowski from Texas. Give the boys a little hello.
What I'm telling you, their manager and their social director is in that barrel. Justin, you brought three good ones. Ty Wallace, he is a Colorado cowboy, went to his first NFR last year. Desperado is this dark-colored bull. Remember all of the details that Wayne and I gave you about the markout rule and the horse riding events? We don't have it here. We start even, and the idea is even. 8-second ride, freehand rule applies. Other than that, keep your hand in the rope and ride. That's what Wallace has on his mind. You know, the encouragement that you gave the ladies in the barrel race kind of tells the story. If you had any question about your importance here, you do make a difference, believe me. Okay, you're not quite ready. We'll keep you on tap.
It is Coors that brings you the and Desperado. Wow. Oh my gosh. Watch this again. I think the bull hit him 3 times before he could get loose of him. Thank the good Lord up above for face masks. Sheesh. Man, oh man.
You know, it is almost very, very difficult to imagine, if not impossible to imagine, that an animal that size can make those kind of moves and do it so quick. Well, there are 3 brothers. They all come from South Dakota, and here's one of the 3. Rory Meyer, Timberlake, South Dakota. That's the way the matchup is going to be next. Showing out is this bull. Yeah. Watch it all over the top of him. You may recall. Watch it, boys.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, he said one more. Stay down. Stay down. Hang on, Justin. You're going for a ride. Look out, the wall's coming. You're gonna be okay. Nobody near you, Justin.
Here come the dancers, one by one.
You know that we have actually a live camera is on one of these 3 bullfighters. Can you imagine what that would look like from their perspective? You know what? Keep your eye on the screen for a minute. I think we're going to show you exactly what they're going through. You won't want to do this.
This is fun time. Woo!
Zach Oakes of Tonasket, Washington, hopes that he has a better view than what those bullfighters have had right there on the ground. Zach Oakes teamed up with one called High Tinsel tonight. That bullfighter cam, that's too close for me even when I'm standing way up here watching it. Come on, Zach, we need a ride, buddy. We need a ride. We need to brag on the man that brought the bulls tonight. Benny Butler and Son Rodeo Company. They've invited their friends along for the ride. This pin of bulls you're watching tonight belongs to H.D. Page and Company. That man owns one of the rankest pin of bulls in North America.
Yes, he does.
Bar none.
And he has a lot of them. And they're headquartered at his ranch in Oklahoma. And we thank the Butler and Son Company for bringing them in. Well, here's a guy that lives right near my hometown in Colorado, and I had an opportunity to visit with Wes earlier tonight. He is a busy guy. He is on the rodeo trail. We'll go to another one tomorrow, another the next day. And he has been on a roll. His riding average. He lives near the little cattle country town of Gailton, and man, it ended tonight, didn't it? Well, the bull is called Savage, and it's another of those good black bulls from Dylan Page.
We're going to have to think positive, Justin. Think positive, okay? If your legs are crossed, uncross them, maybe trade places with the person sitting next to you, something, anything, to try to change the luck right now. Josh Koschel of Nunn, Colorado. He is the reigning Rodeo Austin champion bull rider. Yeah, he won it. He won it a year ago. Great shot from our camera crew. You're not allowed to use anything on that bull rope except dry pine rosin, a real fine powder. When you put a leather glove on it, it'll kind of heat it up and make it a little bit sticky. That's the only thing you're allowed to use. Josh Koschel, he's got a bucking bull called Bobby. He is one of our Wrangler NFR qualifying cowboys. And as you can see, probably 80% of our bull riders today are taking safety one step farther. They've got the protective vest, and many of them now riding with a helmet as well. I like it. Great idea. We got to change the luck here a little bit somehow, so do me a favor, will you, Austin? You've been such a great crowd tonight. Randy Rogers' band's going to love gate open. Let's start cheering him on at the very beginning of the ride. I think it'll help.
I got a little change in my pocket going jingle-lang-lang. Wants to call you on the telephone, baby. I give you a ring. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
I have.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to work, but we could try this.
Okay.
Everybody look to the person on your left. Right now, just look right to your left.
Okay.
Everybody look to your left.
Okay.
And look at that person in the eye.
Yeah.
And kiss them on the lips.
No, 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 no.
And then say, let's ride a bull, okay? Did that dude just get punched?
Yeah, thanks a lot. Cody Lostro's our rider from Colorado. 16X is the bull. We need one ride.
I'm dynamite.
Wow.
And I'll win that fight. I'm a power low.
It's raining men.
I know.
Hallelujah, it's raining men.
Yeesh.
I'm gonna go out.
He did get airborne. Oh, kicked his legs right out from under him. Wow. Well, all three of the bullfighters that you've been watching tonight saving lives, they also compete in what is known as freestyle bullfights. When you pit the athletic ability of a 150-pound bullfighter against the brute strength of a 1,500-pound bull, something's got Folks, let me promise you this. These three young men in our arena are three of the very best up-and-coming hot talents in the bullfighting business that we have today. Want to see a little bullfight action? Make a little noise, Austin. Here we go. Ooh, yeah! Ho, 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 ho! That Mexican fighting bull. We need them alive, and they do such a great, great job. Give all three of them a big round of applause. Rodeo Austin style.
Boy, you talk about three guys that do their job. He said, okay, how about you two guys? For you and the horse you rode in on. Now, that bull, you're probably wondering when he's going to leave. I would assume it'll be whenever he decides to. And now, we'll give him a little encouragement. Don't you think that horse is really tickled about him doing that now? He said, if I could just get one more guy before they all leave, we'll put him away. One more time for those bullfighters. You know, as they leave the arena, I would like to ask about a minute and a half or 2 minutes of your additional time, and let me tell you why. Our mission is all about young people, and I want you to meet a little friend of mine tonight that is the symbol of what we all do what we do for right here at Rodeo Austin. Her name is Cassandra Twining. She is 13 years old. She loves her horse, Maya, has ridden the horse for the last 5 or 6 years in a row. She loves meeting barrel, and she said, I wanted to meet Tough Cooper tonight as well. But when I asked her if she would represent our youth, you know what she said to me? Why don't we show the people what the real heroes of rodeo are all about? It's these right here, those beautiful bucking horses. She said, you know, I don't think a lot of the folks ever get a chance to see them without a rope or a saddle or a halter or something like that on them. This is the way we see them every day. That's why they are loved by the bronc riders that compete on them, and they are cared for tenderly by the men, the women, and their families that raise them. But they would tell you that they're going home tonight, and they just hope that you enjoyed their part of the rodeo. Think you did. But you know, Cassandra, will you stay right there for just a moment? I want to tell you a little bit more about this young lady. She wants to be a barrel racer someday, but I'll tell you what she really wants to do. She said, eventually, when I graduate from high school, I want to go to Texas A&M and be a pediatrician. So, the reason I told you that is this. Because of the ticket that you bought tonight, or maybe the cold drink or the sandwich, do you realize that you maybe have inched her just a little closer to her dream by being here at Rodeo Austin? So thank you for doing that. And you know what, Cassandra? How about a tip of your hat tonight and maybe a wave to the audience? Give them a thank you from the young people for what they've done for us tonight, okay? Thank you, my dear. That, my friends, is Rodeo Austin. I hope you are proud to be here.
Well, I'll tell you what an honor to have those kids here. We love having them here. Don't forget, you can meet all of our bullfighters, the rodeo clown, the rodeo royalty, on the mezzanine floor on the far side of the arena. Go by and get an autograph tonight before it's too late to get one from them. Now, remember I talked about the American Bank of Commerce ride? I want to call on you guys to vote on one of our cowboys. We're going to show you 3 rides, then you get to vote on who wins. Take a look at cowboy number 1, Matt Crumpler, in the bareback riding. All right, keep it in your mind now. That's cowboy number 1. Let's go to number 2, Tab Hildreth, in the bronc riding. Wow. Man, he did take a mashing in there. And then down to the ground he goes. That's cowboy number 2. You can vote any way you vote. Now let's go to the 3rd ride, Ty Wallace in the bull riding. What a super rank pen of bulls tonight. Okay, it's time to vote. How many think it should be cowboy number 1 in the bareback riding? How many vote for that guy to win the ride of the night? Cowboy number 1. How about cowboy number 2 in the saddle bronc riding that came off a little tough? Ooh. Okay, one more. How about the bull rider, cowboy number 3? Who votes for him to win, huh? The applause meter says the bronc rider, Tab Hildreth, cowboy number 2, wins the ride of the night. Thank you for voting and playing along with us here tonight. Don't forget those autographs, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with a great concert just moments from right now. The Randy Rogers Band.